generational. The Rams took a swing. Wow, you look what you did in the draft. You didn't go out and get any help. Well, yeah, they got McDuffie with one of their other picks, their late number one pick. And with next year's, they got Myles Garrett. I find this to be terrific for LA.
When the entire sports world goes no way, you know you just crushed it. And here's the thing with the Rams. We can say bleep them picks all you want. The picks are the only reason they can do this. It's when you get Kobe Turner in the third round. It's when you get Kyron Williams in the fifth round, Puka Nacua in the fifth round. Right. When you are able to draft and find viable starters in the later rounds, then you can be more aggressive with your first round picks. And the only reason they were able to do this, not the only reason, but I think a big reason they did this is because of Ty Simpson. Because they drafted Ty Simpson, they got a quarterback they like.
Yep.
Yes, they're in with Matthew Stafford, but that is year to year now with that quarterback.
Yep.
But by acquiring Ty Simpson, they're confident in their future and moving more first round picks. And you can actually see LA is working 2 to 3 moves ahead of everyone else because, yes, it was a very polarizing pick getting Ty Simpson. But when you do that, you say, we are set. We're not going to need this ammunition to go get a quarterback. We're going to use it to go get not, I think it is the best defensive player in the NFL, Myles Garrett.
Yeah. Look, there's a plan, and there was a plan in motion. And while everybody went, and I did too. I mean, the second that pick was made, I sat on my couch and went, what on earth? But I came in the next morning after I thought about it, and I said to you, the plan has got to be they believe in Ty Simpson, right? They believe he's the dude. And as we heard, they wanted to trade back and still take him at the bottom of the first round, but nobody bit. And they believe he's the dude. Let me tell you something else that might happen, and don't be surprised if this happens in 2 years. When Matthew Stafford decides he's done. Ty Simpson and, I don't know, Kobe Turner and whomever in a first-round pick for Joe Burrow. Because by then, Joe Burrow's going to be done in Cincinnati, not want to be there anymore. You think that's crazy?
It's not. And just with the way that they've built this team to be able to have the foundation where they're not bleep. Like, I guess it makes sense when you trade a first-round pick, you say bleep them picks, but you're trading first-round picks for Matthew Stafford, Jalen Ramsey, Myles Garrett. There's nothing bleep about it.
Let me tell you something. The way I look at it, and I think the way the Rams look at it, first-round picks are valuable. But if I trade a first-round pick, is the player I'm getting in return better than what I would get in the first round? Right? Is the player better than what I would get with that pick? They traded the 29th, right, overall pick, 28th to Kansas City. They got Trent McDuffie. Is Trent McDuffie one of the best cornerbacks in the league, one of the best defensive backs in the league? Is he better than anything they would have gotten at the bottom of the first round? Easy answer, right? Yes. Is Myles Garrett, who is one of the best ever, a guy who set the all-time single-season sack record, broke Michael Strahan and T.J. Watt's record, who's a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, is he better than whatever that first-round pick is going to be worth, whoever it's going to be next year at the back end of the first round? We're not arguing this, are we? Is the answer yes?
Yes.
Okay, that's how I look at it. Now, you're going to say, well, but Jeff, they traded Jared Verse, and they traded a second and a third. And you're right. And it costs to get something like that. And they didn't want to get rid of Jared Verse. And I hate losing Jared Verse too. But as good as Jared Verse is going to be, and I think he's going to be good, I don't think he's going to be Myles Garrett good. And let me just break this down because Jared Verse was a Pro Bowler last year, had 58 total tackles and 35 sacks. Myles Garrett last year, while Jared Verse was doing that, had 60 total tackles, which is like 58. 23 sacks. 7.5 sacks to 23 sacks. What are we talking about? They both forced 3 fumbles. Myles Garrett had more than 90 quarterback pressures. Jared Verse had 80. Pass rush win rate, Myles Garrett minus 25% and Jared Verse minus 17%. So as good as Jared Verse is, we're not having a conversation. Is he better than Myles Garrett, right?
No, and they're gonna in a year or two you're gonna have to give him $45 to $50
Jared
million
Verse.
dollars per year.
Yeah.
So you lose a little bit of that window, but you're going to have to start paying these guys on defense up front.
Well, and they're paying this guy.
And for the Rams, sure, you could have a little bit more of an extended window with Jared Verse, but knowing that his contract is probably going to be similar to the Myles Garrett deal with the way that he was producing and, you know, the way contracts go up every year, why not bring in Myles Garrett, who you can look at the box score, but it's different, man. We all watch the game, and that dude who's not on the same type of front seven, even though there are some bright spots defensively for Cleveland, if he's putting up those numbers on a team that is playing from behind, doesn't have necessarily anyone else they're focusing on, now he's on this defense.
Yeah. No, he's it now, right? And you start running him out there with what they've got on defense. And I mean, how good was Nate Landman last year? Right? He was terrific. You got the back end is set now with Cam Kitchens and Cam Curl and Trent McDuffie and Quentin Lick. Up front with Kobe Turner and Brandon Fisk. Now you got this guy. Come on.
And if you're playing with the lead and it's just Myles Garrett teeing off on opposing quarterbacks, there you go.
No, it's wonderful. I will tell you this. I think Cleveland did okay too. And I think Cleveland had a terrific draft. And if Cleveland can figure out quarterback, if they get quarterback play, I think they're going to be pretty good too. And you add Jared Verse to that, and then what they did with the they had 3 first round picks, right? They got the receiver Concepcion. JJ. I think if they figure out quarterback, they contend in that division.
Well, they're not contending this year in that division.
Why?
They Deshaun Watson, I think Shedeur, he sells jerseys, man. But
okay.
I don't
look
see
around the
him
division. Are you sold on the Steelers?
Am I sold on the Steelers? No.
Okay.
But I don't think they're coming out of this year thinking they have their franchise quarterback. They have multiple first-round picks again next year.
And that's the plan. And that was the if. I gave you the caveat, right? If they figure out quarterback. Because look at the rest of their roster. I think they've made some good moves, man. I think they drafted well. I think the draft capital they got out of this and the player they got out of this, and again, he is not the guy they gave away. But if you're Cleveland, at least Cleveland fan can see a damn plan now, can't they?
Yes.
And if they don't figure out quarterback this year, they'll push all their chips into everything they got. And they got so much damn draft capital that they'll go find somebody at the top of the draft next year.
It had to be done.
I agree.
If you're Cleveland, and I know they're saying we're not going to trade Denzel Ward, their outstanding cornerback, okay, but the Garrett move, it had to be done because you're just not going anywhere with Myles Garrett. Having the best defensive player on your team, it's cool for the fan.
No, it is.
Not getting your franchise.
When you're winning 5 games a year out of 17, it doesn't help you. Yeah, no, it's cool for fans to wear the jersey and say we got the best player in the league. Okay, that's awesome. But you're not winning games. I think it had to be done. And I'm going to tell you, I think they did it well. I think they got a pretty damn good haul. A first next year, a second the year after, a third the year after, and Jared Verse. So what do they have, 3 firsts next year?
Because it's getting a player that there's no doubt about it. Versus, another first round pick,
right.
which is just a question mark.
That's right. You got a guy who, again, I don't want to say replaces Myles Garrett, but plays in place of. I know we're playing semantics.
Like a difference maker, someone that.
Yes.
I think Jared Verse is going to be a very good player still in Cleveland. And knowing that you already have the draft capital that you need in your back pocket, yes, if it doesn't work out with Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders, to be aggressive in a draft that's deeper at the quarterback position.
Yeah, it's spectacular. All right, Rams fans, Brown fans, let's go. 505-246-0610. It's the Sports Animal phone line. It's also the Meineke on San Pedro text line. You'll get quality and affordable care for your vehicle of Meineke on San Pedro. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com, JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. On the X, it's _JJ Buck. On the Facebook, it's the OD in the AM. You can watch the show there. Adrian's producing the television side on Xfinity Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico, on our Facebook page, the OD in the AM, and on the YouTube channel for ProView Networks. We got more NFL to talk about. There was another big trade, which normally would be the big story, but I guess we knew about it a month ago, so how big is it when it finally trickles down? It's still kind of big. NBA Finals start tomorrow. The Stanley Cup Final goes tonight. Softball and baseball in the NCAA. UNM football theme days are out. You can start planning your outfits for that as well. It's the opening drive. He's JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
What's up, guys? David Pollock here.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and
Was going to contribute right away.
Well, here's something that's comparable. And I don't know that it's exact, but it's comparable. So remember when the Raiders traded Max Crosby to the Ravens? And then it got voided because Max Crosby didn't pass, or at least that's the word, that he didn't pass the physical. Okay, the Raiders were going to send 2 first-round picks, which was at that, you knew what it was. It was number 14 overall, and another one for Max Crosby, right? And Crosby's had more injuries and isn't as good as Myles Garrett. This deal lands Cleveland only 1 first-round pick, which most likely will be towards the bottom of the first round. But you get Jared Verse in there. Jared Verse, over the last 2 seasons, ranks 3rd in quarterback pressures, 10th in quick pressures, that's sub 2.5 seconds, 2nd in quarterback hurries, and 6th in pressure rate. All advanced stats, and I understand. So him reaching his potential, which is double-digit sacks and Pro Bowl upside, that's critical for Cleveland. But I think you like the chances there, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. The Browns have to make those picks. They have to matter. This year they got a top offensive lineman, the number 1 guy on the board in most draft boards in Spencer Fano. They got him with number 9. They got a wide receiver in Casey Concepcion, and they got Denzel Boston, number 39. So they had I think, a pretty good draft. Next year, we're told is a great quarterback year. I've heard that before, but we're told it's a great quarterback. Where Cleveland will actually get a little boost because it may be worse this year without Garrett. And again, everything's contingent on quarterback. And so if they get a higher draft pick and they can move out, like they've got capital, I think they did well. I think Cleveland did well. I
agree. They got what they wanted. If they wanted more first-round picks, which would have just been 1 more than they could have gotten, they went with a deal that brought them a young player that they can build around, that they know is going to be impactful, plus a first-round pick, a couple others to work with. Like, Cleveland could have said no to this. That's the side that...
Well, they did until Jared Verse was thrown
that's what I'm
in
saying. This wasn't like, oh, how could the Rams do this? This trade doesn't even work on Madden, which it doesn't. Well, Cleveland was negotiating at a point where it made sense to trade Myles Garrett, but they didn't have to do it out of desperation. This was a deal that they also liked.
Look, when you're a bad team with a great player, and that's kind of what the Raiders were with Crosby, right? That's what the Browns have been with Myles Garrett. When you're a bad team with a great player, how do you get out of it? Well, you can keep drafting and drafting and hoping. Or you can turn that player into assets and make that one great player 4 to 5 really good players. And that's what the Browns are attempting to do here. And when they're good, potentially in 3 years, is Myles Garrett still going to be Myles Garrett? Or is he in his prime now? I don't know the answer to that. I mean, how long is he going to be this good? I don't know. The Rams are saying we're damn good now, and he puts us over the top. And I'm not sure. I think they're wrong. And to your point on the whole chess instead of checkers, drafting Ty Simpson to move forward, so they're set because they know they're not going to have a first-round draft pick for a while. Matthew Stafford's on the back end. How are we going to get a quarterback? Well, do you like him? Sean, do you like him? You know, I mean, and Sean McVay had to sign off on it, right? Do you like Ty Simpson enough to be the next? Is he? It had to be.
Can you make Ty Simpson a legit NFL starting quarterback in 2 years?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what they're saying right now.
100%. And it was like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, right, Les, I got it. I can do that. I like Ty a lot. He's a good guy. He can throw the ball well. He spins it well. All right, fine. And that's what they went out and did. Cleveland fan, I wonder where you are. It sucks losing a stud. It always sucks when you lose one of the greats. But I think you did about as well as you can. All right, 505-246-0610. Let's go to you. Dan, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, Dan.
Good morning. I'm going to pull a Maury Povich this morning and say it is not a good day to ram it today, okay?
It absolutely is.
Nor is it ever a good day to ram it.
Yeah,
sorry, buddy.
It absolutely is, man. Sorry for the rest of the NFC West.
I said, I love you, man. I just don't care much for your team.
That's because your team's in the same division. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I don't know if I can have. I'm really taking it in this year, Jeff. I haven't had any glory for a long time, brother. So I'm going to
enjoy it. You're a Super Bowl
revel in it.
Yeah, what you said is a lot nicer than what my good buddy from 40 years is, who's a big Niners fan. What you just said is way nicer than what he said to me.
Well, I just don't have the heart to treat you like that, Jeff.
Later. Yeah, Niner fan, Seahawk fan. It was one of those days where the memes on social media were just terrific, right? Because the Seahawks are the defending champs, and the Rams were right there with them, right? 2 close losses to the Seahawks at the end of the season, including in the playoffs, in the NFC Championship. And, the Rams were right there, a possession away. Does this guy make the difference? Very potentially, right? I mean, does this guy make the difference? Now Sam Darnold's got him breathing down his neck twice a year. Brock Purdy's got to deal with him coming at him a couple times a year. Damn right. I was having lunch with a Steeler fan when this went down. You know what his reaction was? I'm just glad he's out of the damn division.
And I think that Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, and Aaron Rodgers feel the same way.
Absolutely. All right. There were some other trades. The A.J. Brown one. Let's get into that, what it means for the Eagles and the Patriots. 505-246-0610. That was it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM. And AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient. They're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken.
Damn, I'm starting to look at fantasy football rankings now. Is it too early? It's June 2nd. I mean, look at this. It's the opening drive, Jeff Symbiota, JJ Buck. All right, so text line is 505-246-0610. That's the Meineke on San Pedro text line. Matthew says the Rams out themselves as the favorite, maybe he meant put themselves, as the favorites to win the Super Bowl. Los Angeles just put themselves on the spotlight with the Dodgers. I mean, that's how I started this thing, man. The Rams are the Dodgers. Deal with it. They want them, they go get them. Now, they pay a little more in compensation, like not to the player, but to wherever they get him. Dodgers just get stuff in free agency. Like, he's on free agency.
Dodgers just like,
more than anybody else.
Oh, we just have more money than everyone else.
That's right. We can afford it, and there's no salary cap, so we're going to just go pay more than anybody else, and we may defer it for the next 7 years.
Yeah, and we're actually not going to pay you right now. We'll pay you in 20 years.
That's right. That's right.
So hopefully you're still around.
By the way, that's a hell of a deal because they're paying you some now, and you've already made a bunch of money. If you're Ohtani or Tucker, whoever you happen to be, right? And yet you know you're getting that money for the next 20, 30 years. I mean, I get it. You don't know you're going to be around tomorrow. None of us are promised tomorrow. But that's a pretty good feel, isn't it?
No, it's not a good feel for anyone else in this league. Major League Baseball.
It's so good.
Because that's an immediate no. Everyone's like, everyone else can do it. No, they're not as good as the Dodgers.
That's right.
They're not going to show up and some mid-team. Like, you know what? We'll give you all this money in 10 years. What do you think?
You good with that? Yeah, I'll give you a little bit now. Here's a couple million now, right? And you've already made, I don't know, $250 million. But we'll give you $2 million a year now. Just some walking around change.
To come play for the Pirates. No, thank you. Like, so theoretically, could everyone do it? Yes, but everyone can't.
No. All right, the other big trade. The Eagles finally, and look, this was agreed upon. It sounds like, but the details weren't there. And I think when you hear the details, you're going to kind of go, that's it. The Eagles finally agreed to trade A.J. Brown to the Patriots. A first-round draft pick in 2028 and a fifth in 2027. So the fifth will be the better of New England's 2 picks in that round of next year's draft, assuming they hold on to both of them, I guess. So you got a 29-year-old big receiver. Drake May now gets his number 1. Philly, he was good in Philly. He's reunited with Mike Vrabel, assuming Mike Vrabel's still going to be there. And I think it's really good. Look, let's put this in perspective, okay? New England went to the Super Bowl last year. Now, you can tell me all you want about the Broncos and they were hurt. No, fine, okay? They get a guy who is tough to deal with in a lot of respects, but I got a coach who's dealt with him before and they feel comfortable together. I got a quarterback who nowhere really else to go. It's not like they got a great running game. They got a good running game, but he's needed a number 1 that's going to be his number 1 dude. And what did they give up? And I say this to you again. Is A.J. Brown better than whatever they're going to get at the bottom of the first round next year? The answer is absolutely. And I threw in a 5th rounder. For New England, it's a no-brainer. For the Eagles, I would have liked to get more.
How?
Well,
you're not getting multiple first-round picks.
No, but I would have liked the 2nd or 3rd.
Look at the Jalen Waddle deal. It's like very similar. Like this is best case scenario for trading wide receiver.
Okay.
Is getting a first-round pick.
All right. Yeah, and they did get a first. And a guy who they needed to get at. I mean, I think this may end up being
and one that, dude, I think AJ is going to be good next year, but we don't talk about it enough with wide receivers like we do running backs. He'll be 30.
Mm-hmm.
These dudes ain't
just
popping
turned 20
like crazy.
Yeah.
Early 30. Yeah. Like the one that's been pretty consistent, and it's Mike Evans, when we'll see now coming off a year with injuries that took a lot away from him
and a new
going
place.
to San Francisco. Yeah. Like this is the time where you start to see some of these dudes. I think back, Julio Jones or Nuke Hopkins or guys that start going to teams where they think they're going to start winning. And he ain't that dude anymore. I think AJ is going to be good this year, but this makes sense to me. I'm not worried necessarily that the Eagles didn't get enough back because they were planning for this. They drafted Mekhi Lemon in the first round, Eli Stowers in the second round, got a first round pick. They had to wait till this time to do it so they could spread the cap hit out because he's making a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. And that's why it was after June 1st. Yeah.
So I think this is, and some people say, oh, you should have got more. I think this is good for Philadelphia to get a first round pick because there was no one else in this conversation. No one else swooped in with a better offer.
Not that we heard of. No.
So, and look, to still get a first round pick out of a deal that everyone knew was going to happen, I think is fine for Philadelphia.
I think this also says a lot about the wide receiver market. Whilst it is really important, while it's really valuable to go get one, you go look at who are the best receivers in the league. Jamar Chase, T1.
Yep.
Jefferson.
Yep.
How'd they do? How'd they do in the playoffs last year? I forgot. Oh wait, I didn't forget. They didn't get there. Okay. Pickens and the Cowboys have a good pair, right? How were they in the playoffs? Can you remind me? Amon-Ra St. Brown's really good, right? Tell me, I forgot about his playoff performance. Oh, because they didn't get there. So my point is, now you're going to tell me the teams who got there, Jackson Smith and Jigba was the offensive player of the year, and you're right. Puka Nacua had 1 million catches. Those guys, like, they're weapons. And I think those two have to be considered 2 of the top receivers in the league. So they did go really, really deep, right? Jackson Smith and Jigba and Puka Nacua. But when everybody tells me who are the best receivers in the league, I hear all those other names I just gave you way before I ever hear Puka Nacua and or Jackson Smith and Jigba, don't you?
No.
You don't anymore?
Not anymore.
Okay. All right. Those guys are volume guys. Who else? I mean, who are the best? My point is, it's good to have one, but if you're going to tell me, and you just did, nobody else jumped in, the whole diva thing rang really, really hollow in Philadelphia and rang around the league. And everybody else like, you know what? I don't need that crap. Look at how many good receivers there are in the draft. I can pay way, way less, listen to probably a whole lot less noise, and go find me a Malik Neighbors kind of a guy who, I mean, obviously he's not healthy, but let me go find one of those guys and get a rookie deal and probably get close to the same production out of it and maybe a lot less noise.
Yeah, this works because you're assuming Mike Vrabel's going to be there. There's that relationship. It made no sense for A.J. Brown, who you look, the numbers really good. He's had some fantastic years in Philadelphia, won a Super Bowl, been on a winning team, that there was that much complaining coming from A.J. Brown.
Yeah. Yep. It was just tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of noise. They won a Super Bowl, and he was unhappy because his production, he didn't get enough ball. I just, man, everybody in the front office is going, yeah, cool. That's not what I need in here.
And that's why I like the deal for Philadelphia, because he wasn't going anywhere else.
Yeah, no, they were getting rid of him.
There wasn't a lot of people coming in. They wanted to get rid of him.
Okay.
And they still got a first-round pick out of it. And I think the Patriots are going to be good, but I could see them
taking a step back
and be like a 500 football
absolutely
team. And then you got a mid-first round pick.
Look, I'm not certain I think they're better than the Bills. I'm not certain I think they're better than the Broncos. I'm not certain. I mean, there's a number of teams. I think the Chiefs are coming back. And by the way, to your point, going out, they got Mekhi Lemon, Eli Stowers. They still have Dallas Goedert. No, wasn't Keyshawn Butte originally in this deal? Didn't we hear that? Like when we heard the deal a week or a month ago, he wasn't included in this. But they got receivers. You got Hollywood Brown.
You got Devontae Smith,
Dontavian Wicks.
You're
Devontae Smith,
#1 wide receiver.
Yeah.
Kyle Lemon coming in there. The veterans that can kind of mess around as your wide receiver 3. I think Eli Stowers is your tight end 1 after this year. Not too bad.
Yeah. All right. We'll get back. I want to get you mentioned something about Mike Evans. I want to take a look at the NFC West again. With the Rams now where they are, and the Niners made some moves. Like, who's the Niners' best receiver? Is he going to be a guy who was hurt last year? The guy got shot as a rookie. Can Mike Evans be that dude? I want to get into that a little bit. Russell Wilson is not playing, at least this year. He's going to TV. And then we will get into the hoops at some point. But the NFL flat out said, hold my beer. I know the NBA and Stanley Cup finals are starting, but look what we just did. It is our world. And I think we all understand that. Everybody's chasing the rings, right? These guys, the trades were about the rings, and the Stanley Cup final is about chasing the Stanley Cup and the rings. The NBA about the rings. You can go find your ring. John Thomas Jewelers. That is the place. It's where I go for all my jewelry. That is my jewelry store. It has been where most people go in regards to bridal selection for the last 13 years. They've got the biggest selection of engagement rings anywhere in the state. And it's not just the largest selection, it is the best. They go to Antwerp, Belgium, which is the diamond capital of the world, by themselves. They they go. They don't send someone. No, John Thomas Jewelers, they go there and pick out the best, brightest, most beautiful diamonds you can find. And then they create them right before your eyes in their brand new, state-of-the-art, beautiful facility they have at 10501. Montgomery Northeast, it's up there between El Patron and Dion's. It is. I was up there twice in the last 2 weeks. It's 4,000 square feet, state of the art, featuring a dedicated bridal bar, private diamond viewing area, a glass enclosed design lab where you get to watch your ring come to life from concept to custom creation. It all happens right before your eyes. Jewelry the way it should be. It's transparent, it's innovative, and it's yours. John Thomas Jewelers is the only jeweler in Albuquerque offering a free lifetime nationwide warranty and the exclusive home of the no regrets engagement ring. What is that? It's amazing. If she does not love the engagement ring that you design, you bring it back. You have a year to do that, and they will redesign the ring at no extra cost. Nobody else does this, because when that time comes, hesitation has no place. Go by and see the stunning new showroom on the second floor at 10501 Montgomery Northeast. It's right between Dion's and El Patron. It's John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I had the whole break to sneeze, and I had to sneeze right when we came back. Holy smoke. The opening drive, Jefferson Beata, J.J. Buck, 505-246-0610. Odell Beckham signed yes. Remember yesterday when I said, look who they're working out, and you said, I know who they're not signing. It was Odell Beckham. Well, you know who they signed? They signed Odell Beckham, the Giants. 33 years old. He's coming back. He played in just 9 games over the last 2 years, was suspended for 6 games. in 2025 for violating the league's policy on performance-enhancing drugs. The year before that, he was in 9 games with the Dolphins, 9 catches for 55 yards. Giants signed Braxton Berrios as well, as you told me yesterday. Spent last season with the Texans. So it's a desperate room. I mean, it's a desperate room, and they're just trying to find lightning in a bottle somewhere. And so they went out and made some moves yesterday, and let's see where it goes. But Odell Beckham is a Giant, at least for now, going in.
Do they still think he can play?
Well, obviously, they think he can play. They worked him out, and
this is wild.
You think this is...
Even if Malik Neighbors, who's a scary situation, there's a lot of stuff kind of bubbling on the surface that was a worse knee injury than anyone let on.
Well, obviously, because that's why
okay, Odell Beckham, Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yep. Braxton Berrios.
So, here, Darius Slayton, Darnell Mooney.
Here's their room. Like, Malik Neighbors is hurt. Darius Slayton, Darnell Mooney are their top 2 guys that are healthy. Calvin Austin, Malachi Fields, Isaiah Hodgins, Odell Beckham Jr., Juju Smith-Schuster, Jalen Hyatt, Braxton Berrios, Bo Collins, Dalen Cambry. How you feeling about that?
At least they can write the stories of the return of Odell Beckham and talk about the one-handed catch he had and how exciting he was 10 years ago.
All right. Yeah, that'll go over well. At least the Knicks are taking the headlines right in New York. At least they can hide behind the Knicks and the Yankees and the Mets. I mean, John Harbaugh goes over there, and I think we all believe Jackson Dart's the guy, right? I do. They brought in Isaiah Likely, so I think Isaiah Likely gets a lot of balls. Theo Johnson was catching balls back in the last season. If Cam Scadaboo's healthy, okay, cool. Tyrone Tracy and Devin Singletary. I keep listening to how much better the Giants are going to be, and then you look at what they have. I think defensively they're nice. Offensively, let's be honest. You got an unknown at quarterback. I don't think he's a proven commodity yet. Do you?
He is not a proven commodity.
All right, so I think you got an unknown at quarterback. I got a battering ram at running back that's coming off a big injury with Tyrone Tracy and Devin Singletary behind him. My best receiver, to your point, must be way more hurt than anybody is leading on. So I am literally scouring the free agent tape to bring back Odell Beckham Jr. and Juju Smith-Schuster and Braxton Berrios. I got to be concerned. You got to stop telling me how good the Giants are going to be, because I'm not sure how they're scoring points. Their defense might be good, but they got to play the Cowboys and the Eagles twice. I think the Cowboys are going to be good. I think Washington, assuming Jalen Daniels is healthy, and there's no reason right now to assume he's not going to start the season healthy, I think they're going to be better. They signed Terry McLaurin. They love Bill still, evidently. People listen to how good Bill's going to be.
Jaden Daniels is in the same boat as Jackson Dart.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't have more confidence in Jaden Daniels than you do in Jackson Dart?
No. Outside of Terry McLaurin.
I do. Are you talking about weapons or the quarterback himself?
He can't be Superman. You saw what happened last year.
No, I get it.
Year 1 was special. And there's absolutely something there with Jaden Daniels.
Okay. So we're saying the same thing there. Okay.
I like Jaden Daniels, but he is maybe 190 pounds soaking wet.
Yep.
And he cannot be Superman for that offense.
No, I get that.
And for them to be successful. And I don't think
so. You don't think they don't have the weapons? Okay. All right. But I'm way more confident. I mean, that's the guy who took a team to the NFC Championship game his rookie year. Got broken in his second year. I understand that. And I agree with you. He can't do everything, and they've got to reel him in a bit. And I'm not sure that they did a whole bunch to go out and get him a lot of help. I hear you. I mean, Rashad White as a backup running back, Bill isn't the end. I agree with you.
Look at their wide receiver room.
Yeah, no, it's Terry McLaurin, Luke McCaffrey, Antonio Williams, Treylon Burks, Diami Brown, Jalen Lane. I don't know who these guys are. Van Jefferson, Ja'Cory Brooks, Jacoby Jones, Nick Nash. I like Nick Nash. He was good at San Jose State. Jaden Bradley, Chris Hilton Jr. Yeah, I'm with you. I agree with you. But they got one stud and he's healthy. The Giants have one stud, and he's not. After that, I mean, you tell me the difference. There's not. But at least my stud's healthy. If I'm Washington, right? And he seems happy, I just paid him. Who's better right now, Washington offensively or the Giants?
New York Giants.
I go the other way.
I like the tight end better in New York.
Okay.
I like the running game better in New York.
If he's healthy. You convinced Scadaboo's healthy?
I think, yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Tyrone Tracy, Devin Singletary.
As opposed to Rashad White and Bill? I don't even know. Who's Katron Allen? Jerome Ford's there. Penn State.
Katron Allen sounds like a great running back from 1992.
Yeah, except for he's a 6th-round pick rookie out of Washington or out of Penn State. All right. I mean, they're gonna let me just tell you. There's been plenty of running backs found late in the draft. Plenty.
Looking at you, Bill.
Where the Rams find Kyron Williams?
5th round.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll have a sweet deal for you coming up at about 8:20. A lot of NFL stuff for you. Get in on it. 505-246-0610. Ram fan? How you live? Right? Nice one. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry.
Biella and JJ Buck.
Election day, primary election in the state of New Mexico, many other states today. Maybe you'll stop getting some of those texts. We'll see car and furniture commercials again on our television because there'll be some inventory. Opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Channel. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. A lot of talk this morning about the NFL. Myles Garrett trade. He goes to the Rams for a first, a second, a third, and Jared Verse. By the way, Myles Garrett is under contract through the 2030 season. That time, you figure it out. But the Rams were trying to figure out which of their standouts to pay. So you got some security. Now you're paying him. Don't get me wrong. You're paying him. But so tell me the way I understand this. A lot of that money was bonus, right? That's up front. That's the dead cap money. So like the A.J. Brown trade, when the Eagles signed A.J. Brown, they gave a bunch of money up front, but that all has to be spread over cap. The cap money's got to be spread. That's that dead cap money that's spread over the next bunch of years, correct?
I'll take your word for it.
Okay, well, that's got to be what it is, right? Because, you pay a guy, the average out is $35 million a year, and he gets, $140 million over 4 years, but he got, $60 million as a signing bonus, whatever. Well, that's got to go out and be accounted for. So, Jeremy Fowler has reported that the Browns are not planning a fire sale. In fact, it's a hard no on Denzel Ward. And I would argue that this helps them build. And they get a good young player. They got a bunch of draft capital now. They got to get through this year. And if they figure out quarterback, that's a bonus for them. And if they don't figure out quarterback, then they go back in the quarterback pool next year.
And take your chances in the draft.
Yeah. All right. The other stuff, A.J. Brown to the Patriots, Odell Beckham to the Giants for whatever that's worth. We'll get into the NBA stuff. I want to hit on this because with the World Cup now 9 days away, and there's all these stories now about the grass going into all these turf stadiums and where the World Cup's going to be played. And it's in North America, so it'll be in Canada, USA, and Mexico. But stadiums are required to put in playing surfaces that meet the exacting standards. They have to change the names of the facility. They have to shut down all other business, major concerts, whatever they have, for the duration of the World Cup, that entire month. So there's 11 NFL stadiums who are in to placate FIFA. And I was wondering about it. Is it worth it? So AT&T Stadium's not going to be called AT&T Stadium for this?
No.
What are they calling it? Just the stadium in Dallas?
In Dallas.
Cool. And that's so they have to take down all their signage?
Or cover it. Just cover it.
The Boston Globe's looking at it, and there was an NFL official from a team that will not be hosting the World Cup. Said, I know more than a few teams were disappointed to lose the bid. So everybody wanted in.
Weren't disappointed.
They were not. Yeah. But these 11 that wanted in, right? It's like everybody, I want it. Oh, you didn't get it. Cool. I don't want to deal with it.
Once they realize, wait a second.
Yeah, we got to do all that. Jerry Jones, Cowboys. quote, "This is a great chance to associate with the worldwide love with soccer and lets us put a little notch on our belt and share it with what soccer's about too. They'll never be able to take away that we held those games in that stadium." Whoa, cool. FIFA will pay the rent for these stadiums. They will remove, to your point, or cover all sponsorship. They get all ticket sales, suite merchandise, concessions. So it's a flat fee, Jerry's, and I, it's got to be worth it to you. But I guess for the most part, these stadiums were sitting vacant unless there were some concerts coming in for that month, right?
I think it is an interesting discussion that they're paying rent in your stadium. FIFA is keeping all sponsorship revenue, tickets, sales, suites, merchandise, concessions, and parking.
Okay.
And you had to install grass fields in all these stadiums.
And some of these are indoor stadiums. I mean, is it worth it?
So FIFA is not a great organization. I'm all about the World Cup. It's going to be awesome to watch. It's going to be buzzing. You're going to be turning on games. Countries, you're like, where the heck is this country on the map? But it's messy organization, especially the ticket sales, how expensive, and the challenges, and just more of trying to be a sports fan.
It's such a Jerry Jones quote. It's a notch in our belt. They'll never be able to take away that we held those games that stadium. Oh, okay. Is that something that you're able to cash in on? Are you monetizing the fact that your stadium hosted that? I mean, you're getting the rent from it, and hopefully that's a good business decision that makes sense. And I'm going to assume it is because I don't know what else was going to be in that stadium during that month. They used to do Big 12 Media Day there. I think they're doing it over at the Star like they did last year. Like, so you're renting out your stadium, and I'm certain it's a wonderful number that they're coming in and getting, and so you make a profit on it. But other than that, are you going to go, wow, that's one of the best stadiums because they hosted the World Cup? Arrowhead is hosting that's so awesome. I don't know. I don't. I mean, once the game's on, they all look alike, don't they?
You just want to see good games.
They all kind of look alike. It's like watching the NCAA tournament, man. Does it matter to you if it's in Pittsburgh, Buffalo, San Diego, Boise, or Kansas City? They all look alike, which is a little different location at midcourt. Cool. I think it's going to be fun. I do. And maybe, what are we, 9 days away from kicking this thing off? So we'll get there. I think it will be fun. All right. One other NFL note, and I don't, this doesn't resonate with me like it seems to have resonated with so many. But I certainly want to hit it. Russell Wilson is not playing. I don't want to say he's done because I'm not certain he's done. And I believe when there's a team that needs a quarterback mid-season, he's going to get a call. And I'm not sure why. Now, I thought he's done 3 years ago, right? I've been on this train. I just don't think it's there. He's going to be an analyst with CBS. He's going to join the NFL Today with James Brown, Nate Burleson, and Bill Cowher. Matt Ryan left, remember, when he took a job as the president of football with the Falcons. So that seat opened, and it's going to Russell Wilson. This is a weird one to me. I find him so cringy. I don't find him that entertaining. Why is he so in demand? That's what I thought.
Well, is he cringy because he said let's ride?
No, I mean that's part of it. Yeah, that was part of it.
I think Russell Wilson is he? Are we conflating him not being good at football with him being a bad personality?
No, I think they're both true, but I think that they're not concurrent. They're not they're separate. I just don't find, and this is just again me personally. So this is why I'm asking. I don't find him entertaining. Is he eloquent? Sure, he can speak well.
Well, I think Matt Ryan.
No, that's right. I don't know that Matt Ryan
in that
hit.
role, and I thought Matt Ryan was fine.
He was fine.
I don't think CBS isn't looking for Pat McAfee in this role. They're not looking for that
obviously
shock. It's kind of traditional.
Yeah,
have some energy, football conversation for an hour on Sunday morning.
Yeah, I guess their desk is different than Fox's too, right? So all right. So how does your Sunday morning go? Do you watch either one of those shows, CBS or Fox pregame?
No.
So what are you on Sunday morning? I know
I'm
you're
just
watching
doing stuff maybe I'll throw on some fantasy stuff, but I don't really watch anything until the kickoff.
Okay. So, and again, this is just me. I do watch some fantasy stuff. I'll watch. I like ESPN's NFL's pregame show better than I like the NFL Network. So I watch ESPN, and then when we hit the 10 o'clock number, I will. And I'm like you. I'm doing stuff. I'm making breakfast. I'm walking around, mowing the lawn, and getting coffee. But I have Foxes on. Fox entertains me more than
fantasy, and then just I go on the social media just to see if any news breaks.
Yeah, well, and then about a quarter chill, I text you, and I'm like, dude, should I play this guy or this guy? And you'll get back to me about 3 minutes before kickoff. I believe I went the other.
They usually are right on that.
But that's kind of how it goes, right? But yeah, I like the Fox show because I like the personalities. I think Jimmy Johnson, I think Howie Long, I think Terry Bradshaw, I think those guys are, even Strahan. Oh, I'm not a huge fan of Strahan, but I think those guys are good. But you're right. This is more of a low-key set, so maybe he does. I just don't get this. I've never gotten the fascination with Russell Wilson. He is a Super Bowl champion. I don't want to ever take that from him. I've just never gotten it. And to your point, is he cringy because
he had a bad promo, man?
No, but I think that it's way more than that to me.
But he's not. I don't think he's a bad person.
I didn't say he's a bad person.
I really don't. Like, if he's just there talking football, I'm fine.
No. All right. Yeah, and to me, honestly, it's not that big of a deal. I watched it be such a none of who's on any of these pregame shows is that big of a deal to me. There's very few people, and I've said this a bunch of times, I will turn on or off because someone is on. You know what I mean? Now, I'll make a choice on that pregame show. I like that one better than this. But there are very few people on network television I'm turning something off because, I can't listen.
He's like this. He's super cringy, whether it's the Let's Ride or some of the ads he's done. But if you're CBS, this is what you're looking for.
Okay.
For your Sunday morning.
I guess who is the most, who else recently retired, and is Aaron Donald that guy? Is it? I mean, I don't know who it would be that has that personality. But guys come out of nowhere. Who thought Nate Burleson was going to be that guy? Yeah. What kind of player was Nate Burleson right now? Now he's everywhere.
Mm-hmm. He's jumping on the opportunity, and the thing that it's not buried, but he's not retired, so he'll take that phone call.
Yeah,
go play a couple games for you.
Yeah, and I think that's probably going to happen too. All right, we got a sweet deal coming up. We'll talk some NBA when we get back. Let's get started on that because, well, Knicks Spurs should be an entertaining one. It's the opening drive. He's JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, Find it on ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past.
I'm on 95.9 FM at AM 6 Sports Animal. Isotopes will be in Salt Lake City starting tonight. You can listen to them here on the Sports Animal. Gene says, great opportunity for Albuquerque's AAA franchises. They're 2 lengths back with 18 to go. There's no one left on their schedule better than 500. They got an opportunity to win some games and maybe win the first half. It starts tonight. Josh Sushon will have the call live from the Beehive State. Harold's in on volleyball. He loves the Lobo volleyball schedule. Remember last year the OD was asking? We waited until July 23rd for this? No, I don't remember. I love playing teams we've actually heard of before. Lobo volleyball hasn't played a P5 since St. John's in 2023. Quite an upgrade from this 2025 mess under Tom Paul Glazer, and then he listed the whole thing. I'm not going to read it all, but I'm glad Harold is happy with Lobo volleyball. I know he's unhappy that they're going to Europe. But why am I paying for them to go to Europe? Heard that. Really?
You're not.
You are not. It's the opening drive, 505-246-0610. All right, you ready for some hoops? A couple hoops news. Rick Adelman passed away, the father of the Nuggets coach, but more so a Hall of Fame coach. He played 7 seasons and is one of the winningest coaches in the NBA history. His son David is the coach of the Nuggets. 10th most wins of any coach in league history. Only 4 other coaches coached more games and had a better winning percentage than him. That would be Pat Riley, Greg Popovich, Jerry Sloan, and George Karl. Pretty good company, huh?
Not bad.
Yeah. He took the Blazers to the NBA Finals. Like, that feels like something that couldn't happen, right? He coached I'm pretty sure Kenny played. He coached in Sacramento, Houston, Minnesota, and Golden State. Only 79 years old. He'd been fighting some stuff for a while, but by all accounts was a great dude. He was considered to be a player's coach, and the guys loved playing for him. But 79 years old, Rick Adelman passed away. And then I found this interesting, and I guess this one kind of got lost on me. The whole Steph Curry shoe deal thing, right? He didn't go with Nike. Remember, he left Under Armour. Him and Under Armour, after 13 years, had a mutual parting. And this is a big deal and big money, and it's a big deal. So he didn't go with Nike. Although he was wearing some what was it, Kobe 6 Mamacitas, which blew everybody's mind when he came out one day in warm-ups. He didn't go with Adidas. He didn't go with Reebok. He went with a Chinese company, Li Ning. Are you familiar with Li Ning?
I am not.
Nor am I. And so it's going to offer him a full line. And I guess Jimmy Butler and Dwayne Wade are with them now. But Li Ning is going to build a Curry brand. They're going to build stores in the United States and in China. It's going to allow Curry to sign male and female athletes under his brand. He gets a full golf line with Li Ning. So I don't even know what the logo looks like, but I'm going to guess it's going to be under the Steph Curry logo. But I not that it matters. It just kind of, the headline caught me, and then I read the story, and there's a whole social media post on it, and I was wondering if you had heard of Li Ning, and you'd not.
I have not.
Yeah, but that's where he's going. All right, you ready to make a call on this NBA Finals that starts tomorrow? I like Spurs in 6. That means they win the final game in New York, which I love the way they play on the road. I think the Spurs home court is undervalued in this. As much as Madison, and I'm not calling it Madison Square Garden, I understand the value of Madison Square Garden. Please don't hear me saying that San Antonio's place is the same thing. I think a couple of things. They're not back to or one night rest, right? There's not like every other night in this, right? There's longer breaks in the final. And I think Wembanyama responds better to that. I think we saw him struggle a bit coming back on one day's rest. I think the extra rest gives him a little bit. I understand that the Knicks are physical up front. I just think he is a problem, and I think he affects Cat's offense more than Cat and Mitchell Williams are going to affect him. I think the Spurs are as deep as the Knicks in the back court. Whilst younger, I love their activity. I think there's going to be a Jalen Brunson game. I think there's going to be a Mikal Bridges moment. I believe there'll be a Josh Hart moment. I like the Spurs' depth in the back court.
So I'm going Spurs in 7.
Okay. ...
Okay. If the Knicks win it, it will be in 6. But I'll take the Spurs.
Interesting. So because they would have to win it at home. So you think
I think that if the Knicks get out to a good early start in the series, get the split, I think that's the momentum that they could really lean into, because I think their length is very intriguing. You're not going to fully stop Wemby, but when you can throw a little Mikal Bridges on him, a little OG, a little Josh Hart, a little Karl Anthony Towns, that's more than we've seen in a little while. And I look back to that Minnesota series, and it wasn't a great series for Wemby overall.
Right.
It was some Rudy Gobert, some Naz Reid. It was just the bigger guys. And when you can throw multiple dudes at him, if New York wins the series, it's because they get out, they split in San Antonio, and they find a way to, so Wemby's only averaging 20 and 10.
All right, I want to talk more about that, and obviously, I mean, it's going to go on and on and on. Got something really cool for you now. We got a sweet deal going on, and it is always good when Calibers comes in and Dennis is in. It's good to see you, Dennis. How you living?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Life is good. We're just talking a little NBA. Are you an NFL fan, an NBA fan? What do you like?
NFL.
Yeah, who's your team?
Green Bay Packers. That's one.
So you know Green Bay and the Rams on Christmas Eve.
Amen.
See what the Rams did yesterday? Went out and got the best defensive player in football. They got Myles Garrett to go rush your guy Jordan Love. I tell you, Lambeau Field's special. I got to tour that place about a year ago. It was insane. But that's not what we're here for. We got a sweet deal going on. And you go to our website, sportsanimалabq.com. You click on the sweet deal icon, and you do it at 9 o'clock, and you get half off the Calibers Youth Camp. So there's what have we got? 75 deals available. They're normally $80. It's $40. Each camp is 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's a 2-day camp. Lunch is provided over at Calibers. So what are we going to do with this camp? What are the youth going to learn?
Well, as much as anything, Jeff, we're going to teach kids what not to do with the firearm.
Yeah.
It's the image that children have of how firearms function and how they're utilized has just been corrupted over time. When I grew up, I learned firearm safety from my father. And before anything else, I knew what not to do.
I think that's key.
Firearm.
Yeah.
And so we're going to teach the kids firearm safety. We're going to teach them how to to unload a firearm, how to load it, how to aim it properly. And the second day, they're going to get to shoot a 22 caliber rifle,
nice.
Pop balloons, and do just fun things that kids ought to be doing.
This is valid at the Cutler location, the Northeast Heights one, and there's dates in June, the 10th, the 18th, the 23rd, the 25th, the 29th. It goes in through July 1st, 7th, 16th, 20th, 23rd, 20th. What's your website? Because everything's over on the website.
www.calibersusa.com.
All right. The NRA certified instructors who are going to teach the youth gun safety, shooting fundamentals, what not to do. And what ages are we looking at for this camp?
8 to 12.
All right. So this is such an impressionable, essential age. And I would argue, I would encourage you, whether or not you own a firearm in your home, right? I think this is good because at some point, your kids are most likely going to come in contact with a firearm.
Knowledge is power, right?
Yeah.
And so if you don't have it, this class is probably just exactly what you need to do.
I agree with that.
So that if your child stumbles onto one, for whatever reason, they know how to properly make it handle it so that everyone around them is safe.
Yeah, and wouldn't you argue, I think the biggest thing, and that's why you're going here, with firearms and people who are not familiar with firearms, and certainly with kids, what not to do is almost more important than what to do.
Absolutely. If you point that firearm at something, you better have a purpose for doing it. And so
you better be ready to follow through.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the thing we want. That's the impression that we want children to have. When my father taught me about firearms, if I did the wrong thing, the lessons were learned quickly.
I'll bet they were and weren't repeated.
Were not repeated.
Yeah. You're going to do that one time.
One time only.
Well, I'm going to guess the techniques will be a little different than your dad's techniques at the youth camp.
These guys have been doing this for years. They're NRA certified. They know what they're doing, and they know how to handle children and what the questions that they're going to have. They know how to respond to them. And we're going to have a good time.
All right, and remember, Calibers is New Mexico's premier indoor shooting range. A firearms training facility that serves the Albuquerque community. Been doing it for over 25 years. They're locally owned. They're locally operated. They're dedicated to providing a safe, a welcoming, and empowering experience for shooters of all backgrounds. There's 2 locations. Calibers, your one-stop shop for all things firearms, and they feature a wide selection of retail firearms, expert gunsmithing services, membership plans, training, and the shooting opportunities. This particular sweet deal is valid only at the Cutler location in Northeast Albuquerque. Again, Dennis, go ahead and give the website one more time.
www.calibersusa.com.
All right. And the sweet deal goes live on our website, 9 o'clock. Go to our website, sportsanimалabq.com. Click on the sweet deal logo, and you can enroll your kid in the youth camp. It normally is $80. It is $40 for you. Each camp is 2 days. Lunch is provided 10 to 2, and there's a bunch of different dates for you to do it. Always good to see you, my friend. I love that you're doing this. I think this is obviously, and business is business, but I think this is such a great service, and so many young people are going to benefit from this, and hence their families will as well. So keep up the good work, and it's great to see you.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for your time.
It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
Roberts Tree Service is growing and looking for a certified arborist.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on
playing this series. Our third best players there. That wasn't the case for OKC. And they took the Spurs to 7 games.
That's right. No, that's right. Look, I don't think the Spurs are this dominant team. And in fact, the champions took them to 7 games. That's why the schedule to me matters here. In the NBA, the schedule matters to me. And if I'm looking at an extra day's rest, now they are going to go Wednesday, Friday, correct?
Wednesday, Friday.
Then they go
an extra day to travel, but then when they get to back to New York,
then they go Monday, Wednesday, and then the extra day to travel. It's a Saturday, and then a Saturday, so it's days in between. Yeah, which means New York could steal one. If so, you think if New York steals one of the first 2, they win?
I might be talking myself. It's just outright taking the Knicks in the series.
That's fair. I think this is a pretty even series. I think there's so much in here that's pretty easy. They're pretty even. That I don't think it's. I think the Knicks are the betting favorite, right? Aren't they? I'm pretty sure the Knicks are the betting. Not necessarily in game 1. In game 1, San Antonio is a 4.5-point favorite, but I think overall in the series, I think the Knicks are the betting favorite. I'm curious where everybody is on this as we go tomorrow. How about Carolina Vegas, by the way? Stanley Cup final starts tonight. It's in Carolina. Both teams are hot. Both goaltenders have played really well. I think I like Carolina here. But Vegas postseason, John Tortorella, the size, the depth, the goaltending. I think this one's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be tight. I'm leaning Vegas in the series. They just got that grit.
Yeah.
Kind of out of nowhere to be here this year, right? Not with what they built as a franchise. I think they grinded out over a Carolina team that's been a wagon.
All right, Dan's in on the NBA. He says, Jeffrey and Juan Jose, here is what we'll hear from the talking heads. If the Knicks lose, they were rusty from the long layoff. If the Snores lose, they were tired and beat up from a long, grueling series against the defending state champs. Yes. Why are they still the Snores, man? Is that a boring brand of basketball that you watch from San Antonio? I get it from like 2 decades ago. They were maybe not the flashiest. I still thought they were fun to watch back then, but I know a lot of people call them the Snores.
It's because they didn't have personality. And nothing, to me, I look at the Spurs and what they were doing, whether it was Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker, or then when Kawhi Leonard was there. Like, they were winning games and they didn't have a personality off the court. So that's why they became the
All right.
The Snores.
Is that what this group is?
No. Just a throwback.
Okay. Just pulling it out, wearing the old snapback hat and the old Spurs, and all right, I'm fine with
No,
that.
they were that era was one of the teams I disliked the most.
Were they?
Absolutely. 'Cause
Why?
they just beat you, and then it's Manu and his coming off the bench and drawing fouls and hitting big time shots.
And the slab of bologna on the back of his head getting bigger every year.
Like, he was a pest. Like, he was, if your team was playing against that Spurs team, you did not like them just because they were so good. Ginobili would get under your skin, and then Tim Duncan would just be like, backboard, rebound, backboard, and you're like, can't stop this guy.
He's a big fundamental. Was able to get baskets. He does everything right. San Antonio's a good team.
Yeah, the only
Manu Ginobili getting ball.
The reason people don't like teams is because they're usually too good.
Nobody dislikes teams that stink.
Exactly.
You don't hear
everyone
everybody going, I hate the Carolina Panthers. Right? Nobody says it. I hate the Clippers. Right? Teams that, I can't stand them. The teams that beat you. You heard Dan calling this morning. He's so angry at the Rams. Why? Because he's a Seahawk fan. Well, he's a team. He just got to get a Super Bowl. I'm not ready to give the Rams a parade yet, although I asked my buddy if we should start planning it. I got an FO to that.
All right, pressure's on.
Look, man. You taking the Rams in the field in the NFC?
Have to take the Rams.
Do you have to take the Rams?
You have to take the Rams. Just trade for Myles Garrett.
I mean,
defense player
when
in the NFL.
When in the NFL do you ever not take the field? Ever. If I gave you over the past bunch of years Kansas City in the field, do you take Kansas City?
I would have.
You would have? Yeah, I guess maybe that's right. I don't think the Rams are that yet. But I think they're one, and I think they're going to find a receiver. Do you think they're one receiver away?
No.
You don't. Okay.
You have Puka Nacua and
Devontae Adams. Yeah. And then they went out and drafted a tight end to go with Colby Parkinson. They have Higbee. I'd like to see a third receiver emerge. I'd like
Kel Lemon sounds pretty good.
Okay. All right. I'm listening. I'd like to see Makai Lemon.
Makai Lemon.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. That would have been good. Yeah,
Hey,
that would have been.
You
really
could
good.
say because they drafted Ty Simpson, that led to them trading for Myles Garrett.
Well, it gave them the comfort in the future. I mean, that's for certain. It gave them cover to go out and be able to give up some assets that might have turned into a quarterback later. Yeah, certainly. All right, 505-246-0610. Love your thoughts on the Rams trade for Myles Garrett, A.J. Brown, Knicks, and Spurs. When we get back, UNM football's got themes for football. Every game's going to have a theme. You can start planning your wardrobe. We'll get into that. How's your yard looking? Both your front, your back. You need the landscape help? I got it for you, and it's not me. It's the experts. It's LaBarge Landscape. They come out and do my yards. They got them working on another project. Love what they do, how they do it. They are the best. Been doing it in this market for 33 plus years now. Family owned, family operated, licensed, bonded, and insured. When they came out to my place, they completely over delivered. Loved it. It got away from me, man. This isn't my thing. And I'm going to guess a lot of people, it's just, you don't love doing yard work. You don't have time to do it. Maybe you're not very good at it. They love it. They have the time for it, and they're dang good at it. Get a hold of LaBarge. Have them come out and do your transformation. So you need a cleanup, or you're redoing the whole place. You want a big project. Tell them what you're looking to do. They'll walk through it with you. and then they'll get it done, and it's going to be amazing. Don't know what you want, but you're like, I got to do something back here. Ashley and the design team is going to come out, and they'll look at your space, speak with you and your family. What do you want? And then draw up sketches until you get exactly what you want. You're going to get enjoyment out of this for years. Go to their website. It's Labarge, Labarge, labargelandscape.net. Bounce around the gallery, see what they got going. Beautiful projects. You're going to be impressed. And then call them and make an appointment. Just have them come out. There's no risk on an appointment. 345-3000. Area code 505-345-3000. Tell them I said hello. Whether your project is small or large. The answer is easy. It's Labarge.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports in New Mexico.
Park Air, right.
All right, you got most of your times, and now you got your outfits. It's the opening drive. Jeff Saviano, JJ Buck. Thanks for finding us on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal. The phone line in the Monarchy on the San Pedro text line, 505-246-0610. Lobo Football has themes for their 6 home games coming up this year. The home opener against Central Michigan on September 5th. That game is on FS1. That is an 8 o'clock start at night. Easy. You're on TV. 8 o'clock.
What?
8 o'clock in September. I believe. Is that going to be, that might even be Labor Day weekend. See? Long weekend.
What?
Yeah. 8 o'clock start. That
You're telling me post game is a win?
That's right. That's right. You're going to be up late. The real ones. That's the reference to their UNM, the campaign announcing returning players. Right, for basketball, for all that. So season ticket holders who bought Real Ones packages will receive Jason Eck bobbleheads at that game. Only them? Oh, that was the little ticket they got in the. All right. I wonder if it's as cool as the Choopy bobbleheads that were given out at the Chupacabras game. Then it will be Hispanic Heritage Night for the UTEP game. Did I miss Mercyhurst? What the hell's Mercyhurst? You know what? Let me find a better place to do this. But are you good on you like theme nights? I'm fine with it.
Theme nights are very important.
Are they important?
Yes,
Okay.
they are.
All right.
Branding, marketing, social media.
Okay.
Very, very important.
All right. You got the theme. I can't find that damn email. I got to find it again. Do you have it? I thought I had it all up. I apologize for this. I had it all in front of me, and then it all disappeared on me. But as far as being able to go out and basically the theme is those with a ticket get a bobblehead on the first night. That's what I'm looking at.
That's what it reads like.
Okay. All right. The home opener against Central Michigan, the real ones. Hispanic Heritage Night will be the UTEP game September 12th. Homecoming against North Dakota State the 24th. Indigenous Heritage Night for the game against UNLV on November 14th. Salute to Service and Senior Day will be November 21st against Air Force. That's the last game of the season. All right. So you got themes. You don't have all the promotions yet, but now you have your themes. And for the most part, you have times. A couple of games you don't have times yet. We're waiting on TV for the North Dakota State game. So whether it's going to be on the CW or the Mountain West Network Plus is going to be an issue for you. And then the Hawaii game, whether it's on Fox or the MW Plus. So it's all coming out earlier. It's like if you were in the Big 12 or the Big 10, like people would lose their mind around here because TV time or game times get set by TV about 10 to 12 days back, right? There's some games that are drafted now, and even if you know what network it's going to be on, they don't set the times until about 10, 12 days back as the networks try to line up their schedules. What game's going to be Big Monday? What game's going to be primetime on ABC? What, right? Or Big Monday, Big Sun. What do we call it? Big Noon. Big Noon on Fox. So I think you got it okay. JJ got a late one on the first one, though. You all right?
Not okay with this. This is outrageous. 8 p.m. kickoff. What are we doing?
And you can go with me to the, well, I'm not going to go to this, but Michigan opens up with Western Michigan. I told you I was invited to go back and watch on Friday night. San Jose State plays Eastern Michigan. Ypsilanti. Do you realize like Michigan Stadium and Eastern's are about 5 or 6 miles apart? Literally, like Ypsilanti is the next town over from Ann Arbor. You didn't know that, did you?
I did not know that.
Yeah, so that's west of Detroit. In fact, when I was there a couple months ago, we went and had some poke, and Addie's like, I got this really cool poke place I like. We got off. She's like, yeah, we never get to go because we don't have a car. So we went over, and it was all these kids, a bunch of athletes from Eastern who were over there, and Ypsilanti. And then that golf course they have is right there. But yeah, they're about 5 miles apart. And so Jeff Kanye, who's the AD at San Jose State, told me, I'll show you the best pizza in Detroit if you come out for that game. I'm like, I mean, I like pizza. I even like Detroit. You got a couple trips to make, and probably San Jose State, Eastern Michigan isn't going to be the one. Is that right?
Or did they throw in some golf?
You know what, though? Okay, fair. If I go in on Thursday, stay at that resort, do the show from the resort, I'm done by noon, get a 12:30 tea time, I could do that, go to that. All right, now you're thinking. I like the way you think. Another hour to play. Let's go. I want your thoughts on the Rams getting Myles Garrett, the Patriots getting A.J. Brown, the NBA Finals, the Knicks and the Spurs. Theme night, and how do you get your bobblehead of Jason Eck? It's the opening drive. He's J.J. Buck. Me, merely Jeff Symbieta. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This
Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud.
Hey, us new JJ Buck, Jefferson Vieta. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal, 505-246-0610 is how to get in today. That's the Sports Animal phone line and the Sports Animal Meineke on San Pedro text line. Emails Jeff or JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. And on the Facebook, the OD and the AM. Adrian is feeling better today, and I'm glad you're back. It looks good on the TV side. You can watch on Xfinity Channel 26 and on our Facebook page, the OD and the AM. I was just listening to the Infinity Sports update as we went to break, and we were running out to get some coffee. And I don't remember who did it, but he's like, it just makes the Rams pick of Ty Simpson look even worse. That if they were really all in, they would have gotten a receiver, and they would. I'm like, really? Like, they're 3 moves ahead of you. They're thinking we're going to trade next year's first round pick. We're not going to get a quarterback, and we're going to go out and get the best defensive player in football, and we're going to protect ourselves in 2 years from now and not get stuck in quarterback hell. Like, I don't know, the Browns have been for 3 decades, and again, this is all predicated on. I firmly believe the Rams love Ty Simpson. Okay, this is what that's predicated on. They couldn't just settle on a dude that's a space filler, right? And if in fact, and we'll know in 2-3 years if they made the right move or not. But I listen to that. And it's kind of the opposite of what you and I think.
It's the same sort of feeling when they drafted Ty Simpson. Was what the heck are they doing? This or that, which. It's fine in the moment to have those reactions, but if you take a step back, what the Rams have done, it hasn't been a move, and then we'll see what happens. They made a move because of something that happened before and something else they had lined up. And they were willing to once again use first-round pick draft capital to go get a player because they were settled with what their future is. It's when they drafted Matthew Stafford, they knew when they traded for Matthew Stafford, that when they acquired him, he was going to be their quarterback for 4 or 5 years.
And they won a Super Bowl.
And so that's why we're able to move to the pick Jalen Ramsey, do some other things defensively, because they knew, all right, this is our window. Now with Ty Simpson, it's the same thing. They're looking 5 to 7 years. Maybe it's 2 more years of Matthew Stafford, and then if Ty Simpson hits, you're okay. So you don't need next year's first-round pick to go chase a quarterback. You can now use that to acquire Myles Garrett, because it's not bleep them picks. It's we get to use our picks. It's been so good, whether it was Jared Verse, who was a first-rounder, Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua, building a foundation that you can then splurge on.
I think that's correct. And again, they had 2 first-round picks because they had one from Atlanta. They traded the Atlanta pick, I think it was to Atlanta, right? To Kansas City for Trent McDuffie.
It was their pick. The Atlanta
that
pick
was their pick. The Atlanta pick
Simpson.
was the 13th. Yeah, I was wondering why that was. Yeah, so they traded their pick. So their first-round pick turned into one of the best one of the best defensive backs in the league. They traded the other one for what they think is a quarterback of the future, and next year's first-round pick becomes Myles Garrett. I think they're in. How are they with Ty Simpson? And Matthew Stafford, in his relationship with him, is going to go a long way. Matthew Stafford says he's happy to have Ty Simpson as his new teammate, although, and there is an although. Stafford went to Georgia, Ty Simpson went to Alabama. So there's your although. He didn't enjoy watching Ty Simpson in Alabama beat Georgia last season, but otherwise he said he liked what he saw of Simpson in college. Quote Matthew Stafford now, I sent him a text after he got drafted and said, really enjoyed watching you play, just that you were in the wrong jersey. I did enjoy watching him play. He's a talented kid, end quote. Look, Ty Simpson is set up for success if he's built for success. What does that mean? If he is that dude, if he's got it, he's set up the way quarterbacks used to be set up. Drafted into a good organization behind a veteran who is not threatened by his presence and who is willing to mentor, and then he's set to be the heir apparent and take over. Now, so if he's built for it, meaning does he have the physical skills, the mental skills, if he's that dude. And the Rams did their homework and feel that he is. And the Rams have hit on a lot of draft picks. Then he's set up perfectly. Look how Aaron Rodgers got set up. It wasn't ideal when he sat in the green room that day, but he sat behind Favre. Favre wasn't really threatened until he was. He got mentored and became a Hall of Famer. Jordan Love the same way. Steve Young in some respects that way. Go back 2 decades, that's how it used to be. Now you get draft a guy first round, you got to throw him in. I get it, because you stink. That's why you got the first round pick or the first overall pick. No, I would disagree with the Infinity Sports Minute on the Rams blowing that pick. Now, we may sit here in 2 years and say, you know what, that dude was right, whoever it was. Ty Simpson ain't that guy. But if Ty Simpson is that dude, Rams are set for another 15 years.
And it's great front office management. The Rams have used since 2015 4 first-round picks. Think about that.
So in 11 years, they've used 4 first-round picks.
They drafted someone.
And Ty Simpson was one of them. Who else were the other first-round picks that the Rams used?
But just think about
in 11 years they've used 4,
and they're a playoff team.
Yeah, in 11 years they've used only 4 of those first-round picks. This year they had 2 of them. Used one on a backup quarterback. Wow, they blew it. All right, fine. We'll see. But it's again, this is one of those front offices that it's hard to sit back and just go, what the hell are they doing? And so many of us, and look, in the moment, I did too. By the time I got here in the morning, I had kind of started coming around thinking, but when they didn't take the tight end out of Oregon, or Mekhi Lemon, or one of these just dynamic college receivers. I was like, what are we doing here? A backup quarterback who, by the way, I'm not completely sold on. They seem to be the only ones that were completely sold on Ty Simpson.
So since 2015,
yeah,
the Rams' first-round picks,
yeah,
Todd Gurley.
Okay, but he
10th
went
overall.
He got him a Super Bowl, and he was a running back there for a long time. Was really, really good. And they won a Super Bowl, right?
Well, I'm not saying he wasn't good. I'm saying
no.
I'm
just analyzing it. Yeah.
So they had Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
The next year, the number 1 overall pick was Jared Goff.
Okay.
They did not have a first-round pick again until they took Jared Verse. Think about that.
And Ty Simpson. So Todd Gurley, Jared Goff, Jared Verse, and Ty Simpson have been their only first-round picks in the last 11 years.
They've won a Super Bowl.
Been to another.
Been ridiculously competitive.
Wow. I mean,
that is insane.
Yeah.
Like, that is the model franchise, right? You see 2017 third-round pick, Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, well, I mean, you start looking at what they've done 3 through 6 and how they've stocked that roster 3 through 6.
They got Joseph Noteboom, who was a fantastic offensive line from them in the third round in 2018.
Yeah.
They've drafted starters.
Puka Nacua was a 5th-round pick.
Mm-hmm. You go to in 2020 when you, not the greatest draft, but you got some at least players that are still in the NFL still, like Cam Akers, Van Jefferson.
Where was Kobe Turner? He was mid, right?
He was a 3rd-round pick.
Yeah, I mean,
2023.
and that was in 3 to 5 is mid, right?
Yeah, and so 2023, you come out with Byron Young and Kobe Turner in the 3rd round, which are contributors on your defense. Puka Nacua in the 5th round of that draft.
Yeah,
and then even just look at what they did in 2024. Jared Verse, Brandon Fisk, Blake Corum. Our first 3 picks, all contributors.
Well, Fisk has been terrific. Corum's good for them. Verse was great. He got a Myles Garrett. Cam Kinchins has been good for them. Yeah.
Like that.
They went out and got their kicker in the 6th round.
How good they have been, what they've been able to do in 11 years, only using a first-round pick 4 times to draft and develop someone.
Kyron Williams, 5th round. He's been one of the most productive running backs and just reliable in the NFL in the last 3 years. It's not arguable, right?
No. Quentin Lake, 6th round.
6th round. Yeah. Same
like
draft.
This is when they say bleep them picks. Well, you can use those first-round pick for guarantees because they're so good at finding other players later in the draft.
Ernest Jones, 3rd round. Yeah. Yep. So bleep them picks. Oh, by the way, if I turn that first-round pick into Myles Garrett, then I think I'm good. 505-246-0610. Come on in. I want your thoughts on the trades. NBA Finals today. It's the opening drive, or tomorrow, I'm sorry. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
This is Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas.
I want to know if you guys... We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks. Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long.
It is insane. Opening drives at 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. Couple other things in the NFL. What are you making of what's going on in Minnesota with that quarterback situation? It feels to me that's Kyler Murray's season. Don't you think?
Yes.
And I think he thrives there.
I agree.
I think there's so many weapons there, and I think Kevin O'Connell puts him in a position. Yeah, he's short. Yeah, whatever. I think a new start for him. I think he's going to do well.
I'm with you. I sometimes even talented players at the quarterback position aren't enough to magically make up for everything. And the Cardinals have had some wonky years, some stuff that's gone on in the franchise, and even trying to, with the new coaching staff, come in, and it's one you look at and it should have worked
in Arizona,
and
it was working for a while.
Well, I mean, just even like the last year or so, when you look at what that McBride and Marvin Harrison Jr. and Michaels, like, it should have been better for the Cardinals, but just didn't quite match up. Wasn't there. I look at Kyler Murray, and this is a place that quarterbacks have excelled in. Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold, guys that kind of need a little bit of a refresh that, yeah, maybe there was some hype on them at some point in time. And Kyler Murray absolutely fits that mold. And I think that's why J.J. McCarthy's kind of trying to be like, yeah, I'm confident. It's a competition. It's a battle. And Kyler Murray's kind of going there and being like, yeah, I'm helping him. It's a good room, whatever we need to do. Because Kyler knows
that he's better than J.J. McCarthy? Yeah, that he's better than J.J. McCarthy.
The only reason J.J. McCarthy would play right now is if they go, dude, we invested a first-round pick in this guy.
Well, I think there's something to that.
And I don't think that Kevin O'Connell's going to let that happen.
Not if Kyler Murray wins the job. No. Kevin McCarthy, with all the hype around Kevin McCarthy, or J.J. McCarthy, Kevin O'Connor needs to win. Kevin O'Connell needs to win. That was a lot of names, JJ's, and he needs to win now. I think because I think that roster is really good. I think the Vikings. Give me this. Let me find last year's stand. Give me, because I'll give you mine. I want to find last year. Okay, teams that you think. Give me 2 teams in each conference that you think will win 3 or more games than they did last year. And there's one that's just easy, right? I mean, Kansas City is easy, I think. Chiefs won 6 games last year. Will they win at least 9? I think that one's easy. But after that, and maybe you think the Bengals are easy. Give me. You got 2 or 3 teams in each conference that you think will win 3 or more games than they did last year.
The Giants.
We just talked about that offense. Okay, they only won 4 last year. Okay. You think Arizona does? They only won 3.
No.
Okay.
I don't think they. 6 would be like, I think they're stealing. I don't think they get there.
All right. I might argue Washington, but I think the Cowboys and I think the Saints. Saints won 6. I think they can win 9. I think the Chiefs and the Bengals in the AFC. I think the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are. And my next one would be the Lions. But the Vikings might be right there. The Lions and Vikings both won 9.
I think the Vikings can be good, but
it's quarterback
12 wins would.
Yep.
I don't know if they're going to be a 12 win.
What about the Lions?
I think how competitive that division is.
They beat each other up. Yeah. Okay. I mean, Cincinnati and Kansas City feel like the easy answers. Now, I don't know how much better you think the Jets are going to be. I don't think they're going to be that much better. Dolphins won 7. I think they're going to be way worse. But teams that you think improve 3 games or more, I'll give you Kansas City and Cincinnati. I'll give you Dallas, and I'll give you New Orleans.
Because I think Minnesota, if you told people they won 9 games last year, they'd be like, really?
With that quarterback. Rudy, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Rudy.
Morning.
Morning.
Well, I'm trying to handicap this NBA Finals, and I don't know. I'm kind of in a quandary, but I think when it's all said and done, the Knicks are pretty hungry. It's been, when was their last NBA championship?
73, I think, is the answer.
Is that right?
I believe that to be the answer.
Yeah, that's a Walt Hazard.
Walt Hazard, Willis Reed, Dave DeBusschere, Bill Bradley. Yeah, that team.
Wow. You know, I was in high school. So talk about a long drought. Let's see if they can get it done. They do have the magic of Madison Square Garden, and that place is a magic place. If you've never been there, it's one of those things that you have to see for a lot of things. I've seen, I saw Billy Joel there, seen a Knicks game, went and saw the Lobos when they were in the NIT. So a lot of good stuff happens at Madison Square Garden. And I just don't know. I think what you have to do for Wembanyama is you have to take his legs away from him. You remember Wes Unseld?
Of course.
I mean, that guy could get underneath big guys. He was maybe 6'7", but he was also wide, and I think the Knicks may have enough bulk. So, I'm almost a coin flip, but I think I'm going with the Knicks, and I think it's going to go 7.
All right,
That's the only way they're going to take this series.
Well, JJ likes him at 6 because he doesn't, the home court will be in San Antonio. Although I just watched the road team win Game 7, so see what that means. Yeah. All right, man.
Yep.
All right.
And then on the themes, themes are great, but what we need is more season ticket sales. I haven't heard anything, but we need to get up to 15,000 season tickets to get serious about football around here. So if you haven't bought your season tickets, go out and get them so you can get that beautiful Jason Egg bobblehead.
And they're available for you. Go Globos.com. It's all right there. All right, Rudy. Appreciate you.
You too. Take care.
I got an email from who sent this. It is from, goodness gracious. Every time I go back to this, right? Why write about this time of day? It's from Lars. He said missed themes for Lobo football. He's going to go on the haterade right now. They need pajamas and pillow night, Jeffy, because this schedule puts me to sleep. I don't think it has hit Lobo fans yet that this is your league. I get the feeling many are still in denial, still hoping over the summer a last-second deal will be reached with Boise State and the Aztecs to keep them in the Mountain West. I don't know if that's right. And I don't know. Like, Boise State's not coming in. They didn't come in last year. San Diego State did. I think North Dakota State's actually really entertaining, and UNLV's the other best team in your league. They're coming in. Is reality hit? I don't know. Look, let's watch this league. I think Hawaii's going to be good. JJ, when we hit there, are we firmly entrenched that the Pac-12 this year will be a much better football league than the Mountain West? Basketball is another story.
That is correct. Basketball is a different conversation. I think football will be fairly similar in terms of the product on the field. I think what's I guess a bit of a bummer, I don't think people are worried about the schedule because they're so excited that you have a competitive football team.
There's a lot to
they're
that.
favored to win the conference, and they're only favored because Boise State and San Diego State are going. I'm not so fast, my friend. I think they would have been right in that mix even if those schools were in there.
So are you not going to go out and watch what you think is a good football team, University of New Mexico, because they're playing UTEP and not Fresno State? Are you?
Everyone want to play UTEP all the time?
Well, that's what I heard. All right, are you mad that they're going to be playing North Dakota State instead of Utah State? Is it Bobby that it's Hawaii instead of Colorado State? I would argue Colorado State's better than Hawaii. I will argue North Dakota State's better than Utah State. I won't argue that UTEP's better than Fresno State.
Like this year's schedule with North Dakota State, I think that's exciting. That's fun.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Would I rather play Utah State or Boise State or San Diego State over UTEP? Absolutely. But the schedule this season is not much different than what you could have gotten had those teams still been in account.
And your team's pretty good. And by the way, when your team wasn't good, how many people were going out to watch San Diego State and Boise State and Fresno State? Not many.
We saw the stands.
No, then your team got good last year and you packed it for San Diego State. So if you're playing for a conference championship in late October and mid-November, I don't give a damn if you're playing UTEP or San Diego State. I think you're going to be there, aren't you?
Yes.
And I'm not convinced. First of all, I think Boise State has come back to the pack. Is Boise State the best?
It's still a brand.
I got
it's still
that.
The dude you want to be.
No, I understand that. I'm talking straight football-wise, not brand-wise right now. Like, do you think they're going to be that good? They lost 5 games last year, right? New Mexico had a better record than Boise State, if I'm not mistaken. So, football-wise, how good is San Diego State going to be? They lost a lot. I think they're going to be good. Who are the best teams in the pack next year? Boise State, always, because every year we go to media days and they're always the number one pick.
Well, they're disappointing from the standpoint of they think that they're a college football playoff team. They're a 9-5.
All right, but who's the next best team
in conference?
Who's the next best team?
It's probably going to be Boise State.
Exactly. San Diego State, Fresno State, Texas State.
Super. I think football is competitive across the board.
I agree with you.
But it's honestly, it's selling people on Nevada matters. It's selling people on North Dakota State is going to matter. You get comfortable, you get used to those teams.
And this is where I'll grant the point. The bottom of the Mountain West has got to get better. The bottom of the pack is what? Because I think Texas State's going to be decent. I think Texas State's going to come in to surprise a whole lot of these Pac-12 people. Right now, the bottom of the league is Colorado State, right? Jim Mora's got to do something there. I don't know how good Oregon State and Washington State's going to be. They both got new coaches. I think Kirby Moore's going to do really well at Washington State. I do. But the bottom of the Mountain West has got to get better. That means Northern Illinois, UTEP, Nevada have got to get better. Now, what does that mean? Do you want them knocking off your top teams and knocking them out of the playoff contention, all that? They got to win some non-conference games, and the middle of this league's got to be competitive. Wyoming's got to take a step this year. Air Force has got to come back. Air Force thinks they've got a quarterback. All I hear from Air Force is they're going to be really good. And I tend to believe what I hear out of there because they're usually telling me the truth, right? Although every year, well, Jeff, we can't. I don't know if we're going to win a damn game. I think North Dakota State's going to be good. Hawaii's going to be good. Air Force is going to be good. New Mexico's going to be good. UNLV's going to be good. I think Wyoming's going to be decent. And my question is, what is UTEP, Northern Illinois, and Nevada going to be? And San Jose State's probably right there with Wyoming, right? Ken Niumatalolo's a really good coach. There's some good coaches still in this league. But you're not going to convince me yet that the Pac-12 is that much better competitively in football. If you want to say they are a little bit better because the top of their league has been more consistent than the top of your league, I'll listen to that historically. But historically, it doesn't matter going into next year. Boise State tends to be always at the top of the conversation. Cool. San Diego State was 9 wins last year. Fresno State was a good team last year. They usually are. I want to believe Colorado State's going to get better with Jim Mora, but let's watch. What does Bronco do at Utah State? I don't know, man. So back to the email. I don't know. There's a Mercyhurst on your schedule every year. Sometimes they're called Montana State. Sometimes they're called Abilene Christian. Sometimes they're called Mercyhurst. You got one of those every year, don't you?
Yes, you do.
All right. You got a Central Michigan every year. Sometimes, they're called UTEP, or you go on the road, you play somebody that looks like you. You go to Oklahoma, you go to New Mexico State, and then you got to leave. I don't know. Is it that much of a pillow fight? Lars, I'm going to push back a little bit. I just don't know that it's that huge of a difference. Now, when we have this conversation for basketball, I get it. There's no more San Diego State. There's no more Boise State. There's no more Colorado State. And you brought in UC Davis and you brought in UTEP. I hear. We'll have that conversation a little bit later. On the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Hour.
Lobo legend.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Going towards concessions, restrooms, south side. No. You know what? We'll get Ryan Behrman in at some point as we get into football season, talk about some of the improvements of what they're doing with the stadium and what the plans are and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm really not even sure what you're asking me. Not even sure why I read it. The other news, and I guess it's a big deal. Steph Curry signed with sportswear company Li Ning, Li-Ning. So that's who Steph is going to endorse. There'll be no Nike, there'll be no Adidas, no Under Armour. Li Ning, he was a free agent. It's a global brand, and it'll include basketball products and lifestyle wear. He'll have his own golf line. Will you wear Steph Curry golf stuff? If it's cool?
Only if you don't wear it.
Fair enough.
And then you give it to me.
I did find some stuff with labels on it that I gave you. You need a college shirt every now and then, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
I'm definitely that person when it comes to like buying clothes. I'm like, do I? Am I going to need this?
Oh, dude. And that's why I just buy it. I don't care. I got so much of it. So, yeah, we're a little different that way. All right. This is an interesting one. So a former, how we're having these conversations about who should be able to play football, who should be able to play college athletics, and what. So the headline this morning is SMU signs a former Major League Baseball player, Jordan Adams, who's 26 years old and was a 5-star recruit in 2018 as a wide receiver. He's now signed to play football at SMU. He spent almost 8 years pursuing a one-sport dream. Now he's going back to the other. He was a 5-star football recruit, a first-round MLB draft pick. He played in the big leagues. Now he's going to SMU. He's going to join the Mustangs football program. On the surface, you okay with this, or does this kill you? Or somewhere in between?
5 for 5, not a thing yet, so rock on.
All right.
On it, I can't get mad at this if we're bringing pro dudes to play basketball.
So he played a different sport, but he's 26 years old. You're okay with like?
Okay, we got
okay
23, 24-year-olds that are starting the University Arena.
Yeah, and I have no idea how much eligibility he's going to be granted. He initially signed with North Carolina. He was going to play both football and baseball, but the Angels took him with the number 17 overall pick in the 2018 draft. They signed him away from college. He had a signing bonus of north of $3 million. So he had a baseball career, went from 2018 until just a couple of weeks ago. That was when he last appeared in a game with AAA Nashville. He climbed through the Angels farm system. He made his big league debut in 2023, 17 games for the Angels that year, 11 more games in 2024. He left the Angels, spent time with the Orioles and the Brewers organization, so he was bouncing around. So he totally played 38 games in the big league. 13 hits, scored 6 runs, hit 1 home run in the big leagues, 5 RBIs, spent the bulk of his career in the minors. 678 games in the minors, 2,400 at bats. Athletic, showed all kinds of athleticism. Last week, the Brewers cut him. So instead of pursuing another opportunity in baseball, he revisited football. Now he's going to play at SMU if the NCAA says it's okay. The NCAA continues to have this debate now about eligibility. Last month, you'll recall, the NCAA proposed the age-based 5-for-5 model. That gives athletes 5 years to compete, beginning right after their high school graduation or on their 19th birthday, whichever comes first. Now, that's not in place yet, so this would precede this, and you and I have had this conversation. Will players who are already in place, will they be grandfathered in? We don't know the answer to that, right? He never enrolled at North Carolina after signing with the Angels. He went directly to professional baseball. He never played college football. His eligibility is different from that, obviously, of a traditional college athlete. So this is not common, but it's not novel. It's not the first time it's ever happened. He's not the first former pro baseball player. There is precedence changing. There was an outfielder in the big leagues named Monty Harrison. He played in the big leagues, then went to Arkansas in 2023. He spent nearly 10 years in pro baseball. Former first-round pick, you remember, Brandon Whedon became Oklahoma State's starting quarterback in 2010. He played in the minors for years. And then there was Chris Winkie, spent 6 seasons in pro baseball, then came back to Florida State, and he won the Heisman in 2000. Do you remember how old Chris Winkie was when he won the Heisman in 2000?
No.
Guess.
26.
8.
Oh.
28. No, this guy's only 26. Look, man. Again, I think this is what they're trying. So what does your gut tell you? Like, okay, I just gave you all the background. I gave you all the precedent. I gave you all that. So what does your moral compass tell you? Should it be, well, he never went to school and he has a right to go to school and he never used any of his eligibility, so he should go? Or are you like, dude, a 26-year-old guy should not be a freshman at where did I tell you, SMU?
I'm on board with the 5-for-5 model.
So this feels wrong to you?
Yes.
Okay.
But until then, there's not the path is there.
Can I guess he's going to make more playing football at SMU than he did playing professional baseball?
Oh, he just might.
I mean, wouldn't that probably be the case? I'd love to know where people are with this. As you listen to it, and we talk so much about the state of college athletics and the eligibility and all the fluctuation. If it was your school, you'd be stoked. If he was 26-year-old Lobo freshman with that sort of athleticism and played the big leagues, yeah, right. Damn right. Well, look at us. We're smart. We're ahead of the pack. We got a 24-year-old pro from Europe playing for us. He's a freshman. Okay. I mean, how does it feel dirty to you? Does it feel right? Or is it, hell yes, man, give the guy, why shouldn't he get a chance?
Honestly, the way it is, it's one where don't like it. It feels weird, but you got to look in the mirror and the team you root for. Like, who's on your squad?
Well, if you're New Mexico, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, if you're these teams.
But if you're anybody now, I mean, almost everybody's got something like
you can
that.
be like, okay. Who's my starting center? Oh, where did this small forward play last year? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
How old is he coming in? Okay.
I mean, I'm with that. All right, we'll wrap when we get back. I'd love your thoughts. I mean, there's so much to talk about today. 505-246-0610. That's the Sports Animal phone line. And the Monica San Pedro text line. You still have time to get in. Jeff or JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. On the opening drive, on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
This Odyssey Sports Minute is sponsored by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Old Trapper, what's your beef? The LA Rams' decision to draft Ty Simpson 13th overall in this past April's NFL draft looks even more ridiculous now that they traded for...
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMA and championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call
294-7684 or visit HansWillerAuto.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro V.
Day, go out and exercise your right. If you haven't already, to the polls today. Got a text on the SMU player, or the baseball player that SMU just signed. 26 years old, playing big league baseball, or been in baseball, pro baseball for 8 years. Got to the big leagues for a bit. As an SMU alum and large donor, this is wrong and embarrassing. Dirty, even though this is the world we live in, and we'll keep seeing more of this. I said, I don't know if it's dirty. I don't love it, but it doesn't feel right, but it seems to be within the rules. He said, dirty feeling, not dirty cheating. Now, how does it feel to you? Again, if it was your guy, although that text is, that's my team, that's my guy. I'm still didn't feel right. So, all right, let's go to you. 505-246-0610. Hello, Terry. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, JJ. Compliments to your team, your Rams. Good for you. So the 5 for 5, I had heard through my son that they were close to implementing it in the next few weeks, but I don't know if this is going to be a hiccup. It was going to be, 5 for 5, starting with your 19th birthday, only exceptions, military, and religious missions. And now I thought they would send all the Australian punters back home that are 35, 40 years old. So I don't know if this is going to put a hiccup in it and say, oh, we didn't look at this one guy coming totally out of nowhere, but I think they could stand fast. I don't know if they'd give him 1 year or no years, but they'd waited so they could clear like the backup QB, getting his 6 years, say they'll be okay. But now here we go, starting now 5 for 5. So it's
going to depend. How do you go back and change the rules? It would feel like whoever's in has got to be grandfathered in, and it almost feels like that's why there's such a glut on and a rush on these kind of signings.
Well, and you're exactly right. That was the whole thing. The 6 year was like, okay, the 6 year guys have signed. We gave it to them. They appealed. They got it 1 year, and now you got something saying, wait a minute, this guy could be 4 years, has done nothing. So I don't know if he'll hold them up at all or that. But, I think it's not what the spirit of the rule they're trying to implement is. So we'll have to see who wins out money-wise. Or, as my son said, this is in until somebody goes to court, and will they finally stand up for something, and it'll stay strong that way. So from that way. So the last little bit on your Rams, I don't know. Will he turn into the next Mahomes? Will he turn into Homer Simpson? It kind of reminded me of Little League, where it's like, yeah, Dad, should I enter the draft? Yeah, my friend's going to draft you. And, so it might work out great, and if it does, he's going to look more like a miracle worker if that works out than get in the other trade. But we'll see what happens that. But you got a couple years, to do it. So you can be happy and enjoy, and that's what sports is all about when it goes well for your team. But you guys have a great day.
Yeah, see, thanks, Terry. I don't know how this trade's going to, or the Simpson thing's going to come up. I'm looking at guys who were not drafted first or second overall and have been good quarterbacks, right? And there's guys, some teams do. I mean, not everybody's Brock Purdy or Tom Brady. There's very few of those. But there are some Jackson Darts and some Bo Nixes, aren't there?
Absolutely. And you're a good organization. The coaching staff that's not going to change, with playmakers, with an established foundation.
They got a plan. Sometimes plans work. Sometimes you get hit in the face. But I do believe the Myles Garrett trade was part of the plan on draft day. Them knowing that we are trying to get Myles Garrett and we're going to have to move next year's first-round pick. We have to move some high picks. They probably figure they can get away with the 2 firsts, right? They're probably going to trade their next 2 firsts. And when Jared Verse came into it, they said, well, then we're holding on to our first. We'll give you a second and a third. But I firmly believe that was part of the plan. And the Les Snead, Sean McVay conversation had to be, are you comfortable that that's your dude? Now, if Sean McVay's sitting there going, I don't give a damn, When Matthew's done, I'm done. I'm going to go take Russell Wilson's seat. Right? And he could be thinking that too. He could be saying, I don't give a damn. I got 2 years left with Matthew. I want to win a Super Bowl. Now, if that's the case, you could argue he should have gone out and got a receiver. Because you still got a receiver and still traded next year's first-round pick for Myles Garrett. I think Les Snead would have done it too. But this way, Les Snead's protected. The GM's protected for the long. But I don't think that's where Sean McVay is, do you? I mean, he could be. He may go out with Matthew Stafford. But he's 37 years old?
I don't see him going out with Matthew.
I don't either.
Especially when he opened up about it recently, that it wasn't like he let that losing season
eat him up,
get to him more than he just didn't want to coach him.
Now, I think, we'll find out. And it's going to take some time to find out.
Now, it could be one where they're practicing and then they're just like, this dude's not it.
Yeah.
Maybe you go out with Matthew Stafford.
Where's Jimmy
then,
Garoppolo?
All the Rams have done is make winning moves.
You know what they'll do at that point? They'll trade Ty.
Joe Burrow.
Exactly right. They'll trade another first-round pick and Ty Simpson.
Justin Herbert.
And
he's right there.
Still going to cool.
He doesn't have to move.
Justin Herbert just gets a cart.
Let's get a different parking spot. Maybe.
Yeah, puts his stuff across the hall. All right, The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. Jim Rohn shows after that. Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas at 4. Isotopes are in Salt Lake City tonight. Josh Sushan will have the call from the Beehive State. We're back tomorrow morning with award-winning radio. We will begin at 7 a.m. Adrian produced on the television side. Great to have you back, my friend. Hope you're well. He is JJ Buck. I am Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you.
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We with ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.